In my previous video on what I thought was going to be a simple bedside repair, I found this atrocious panel replacement here. If you watched that video, you know I mentioned that I was going to order a whole new a repair panel from LMC. Well, it has arrived. So stay tuned as I unbox this and see this panel for the first time myself and get ready to measure up to cut this old one out and put the new one in. And we'll see if this is a complete flop or if I have just a little bit of success on this one. Let's get going. Alright guys, so here's the box that the bedside or bed panel piece came in. Again, it's not the whole bedside, I keep saying bedside, but it's actually just a large repair panel. I'm not sure how much of it we're going to use or whatever, but you can see it's actually a pretty good sized box here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this thing unboxed, and like I said, you can see I've still got tape and staples. I have not even seen this myself yet, so I'm going to get this unboxed. We're going to put it over here on the rack here, and we'll get a good look at it and see what it's all about. All right, got staples out. Let's see what we got here. Now last time when we got the door skins, it's had some plastic on them. Here, I'll flip this side all the way around so you guys see I got a little hole right here, but it looks like they did a pretty good job of putting all kinds of stuff in the way here. All right, yep, so here it is. See if we can, let's move your camera around here. All right, let's try this again. So you can see they got all kinds of paper stuff in here. And it looks like the bedside's here. We'll get this spun around here to the rack here. So you guys will get a good look at the bedside panel here. So here is our panel section right here, folks. So probably gonna have to open that up a little wider. Unfortunately, it looks like, as usual, we got a couple of dings in it right here. Looks like we got some lips things in here. So yeah, they're not bad though. I mean, I can definitely fix these, I believe. So it looks like they're supposed to snap in there. So yeah, so let me take you a little tour around here. So yeah, so you can see this goes up well past that. We got some holes in here, so we'll be able to get some things tack welded in. It's nice and sharp, but yeah, you can see here the little dents here. I don't know if that happens there. I'm sure it's probably during shipping or packaging or something or whatever. But nonetheless, it should still be better than what we have currently on the truck. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this wheel zipped off of here, and then I'll go ahead and get my stainless trim plate off here, which is also bolted on the brace that comes down, hooks into the bed to keep it from flopping all over the place. Also hooks the bottom of this trim. So there's just a couple nuts. That'll come off, and then yeah, we'll kind of see where it's going to line up at, and then I'll go from there and figure it out. Again, I'm not a professional body person, so it may not be the process we're supposed to take, but we're going to do it anyways. So let me get you mounted back up here, and I'll get this done. So I guess what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start by drilling these here pop rivets out, the ones I can see, and then we'll go see how far we make it. I'm guessing there's probably going to be some hidden under here, underneath some plastic or something here in these corners, but we'll see. I mean, that inner fender well goes around there pretty far. On this other side, not so much. So we're probably looking about right about here in this curve. Right here's where it stops. So I'm gonna guess maybe there's pop rivet in this area. But on this side, it goes a lot farther down. So I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna be entertaining. So I'm gonna get started by drilling these here pop rivets out, and then I'll probably have to sand or grind or whatever I gotta do to knock this Bondo off here and see if I can find any more, and then hopefully we can get this thing to get freed up, and then we'll be able to start getting ready to figure out what we can cut out here for the new panel. So we'll find out. Alright, so I got the pop rivets out here. You can actually see this thing is starting to move a little bit, but I figured I'd show you this coolness. So we had some more of that fancy braze work going down through here, and I'm guessing that this panel is probably going to have a lot of some fun stuff behind it. You can see all the stuff falling out there. This is all a bunch of just rusted crap. So my guess would be is the original fender bed line was probably all rusted and they just stuck something over top of it, so that's cool. Luckily we're not doing all that. The main reason I want to separate this so it's loose from the inner panels here, so we'll have to deal with probably some underwork after that. But so yeah, so we'll be able to get this line, start getting this line cut out, and hopefully don't run into a lot of headaches and hazards and stuff like that in the process, but you know, we'll see what we find and go from there. Okay, fast forward, this will be day 2 for me. I know you guys are just watching this one video. So I've already cut the pop rivets as I mentioned before. Now I'm kind of going to go through and pull with my hammer and chisel here, try to get some of the slip pulled down. You can see actually marked on the truck here. That's the size of this. So I've already taken the liberty of cutting off about 4 inches, I think, off the side of this. And the reason I did that is because when this panel was sent, I'm guessing because it covers 73 to 87, and I know that some of the trucks have driver's side gas caps. This one has a passenger side, so I'm guessing they do that so they can cover it. I was thinking about covering the cap so that way I can smooth side the bed and put tank in the back, but I just don't want to mess with that project right now. Later on we might do that, but either way, so I'm gonna get it back to getting this part peeled off. I'm just trying to make sure there's no pop rivets or anything that I missed, and then yeah, then I'll start cutting the bedside out. Okay, so you see there we got the bedside off. After some cuts and things like that, you can see this is what we're left with underneath, and sure as like I thought, they just put a piece of metal over the rusted original metal, so that's what you have here is the original skin of the truck here on the edge, so I'm gonna have to cut that out. Obviously I'm gonna go ahead and, while I'm in here, go ahead and cut this all out, put a new piece of metal in there, replace it, whatever, and that way that's good to go. So we have a good inner bed well here. So that's what I'm gonna do moving forward here, and we'll get this done. So probably gonna conclude this video at this point where we're at, because obviously I'm gonna have to do a lot of patchwork here, and then we'll be able to put this new skin in place, get it lined up like it needs to be, and then we'll start getting it welded back in there. So anyways, that being said, make sure you keep an eye out for the next video, and we'll keep you posted. We'll keep cranking this out, and we'll get this all done. So as usual, we appreciate you guys that are following along, and hopefully you stay tuned. Like, subscribe if you do, we greatly appreciate it, and I'll see you next one.